What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video I'm going to be trying out this 12-piece gel liner set from Saviland. I was super excited about this set because it comes with a bunch of colors in it, and you also get a black and a white and a silver and a gold. And I remember when I was trying out the gel liners from a cart, you guys were wishing that they had more colors, and I thought you guys would really like this because it comes with like a bunch of colors and a black and a white and all of that. And the bottles are pretty decent size. They're 8 milliliter, and I really like how thin the brush is on these. You could do the nail art from right out of the bottle and onto your nails, but as you could see, the brush is super thin, so you could do finer lines, which is what I really like. So I'm actually going to swatch all of these for you guys really quick, not in any particular order. They're just like numbered 1 through 12, but I'm like not swatching them in order. I'm just like making a stripe of each color so you guys can see what they look like. But as you can see, they're like really pigmented, and I like how depending on how much product you have on the brush, you could get thinner or thicker lines. The ones from a cart, I felt like I was only able to like get really thicker lines, like not really like fine lines, just because the way the brush was designed. But yeah, I really like the thin tip on this. This is how I would want like my liners to be, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is definitely good quality. I'll be curing these for 60 seconds and applying a top coat, and of course I go ahead and drop things, but ignore that. But yeah, I'll be curing these for 60 seconds, and this is what they look like with a top coat. I'll be sure to leave all the links in the description box if you guys are interested in this set. Alright, so moving on to the tutorial, I'm going to be doing this set on my practice hand, so don't mind the nails. I know they look a hot mess, but we're about to cover them up. So yeah, I'm going to be using some primer and dehydrator just like we would on a regular person. I'm using Bella Vina primer and dehydrator, and I'm also going in with a base gel. I'm just using one from 2B GLAM because I'm going to be using 2B GLAM's polygels and doing like some nail art. I decided to do like a Bape set because originally I was just going to do like a camo print set, but then I thought to make it like a Bape set because I don't know, I thought it would be cute, and then I could use like more colors and show you guys how pretty much all of the colors perform except for a few. So yeah, I'm using this very light pink shade from the 2B GLAM Sweet Candy Castle Polygel Kit, which these are actually back in stock now on Amazon, so I will link them down below if you are interested. I'm actually going to be using the All Glitters Polygel Kit too. So I'm just applying that color to the tip of the nail, just right at the tip, and I'm going to be doing an ombre, so this is a bottom color. So I'm going to be like brushing the color up where the tip and the natural nail meet, so that there's like no bump there or anything when I go in with the top color. But I'm going to be encapsulating my nail art today because I want to kind of do an ombre with the camo print. So I'm going to be doing the camo print first and then fading the top color down into the camo print. So I'm just patting the polygel in place. You really don't need a lot, only a little bit, because it's only for the tip color. Okay, so now that I cured the polygel, I'm going to start doing the camo print design. I'm going to be using 3 of the colors for this. The first color I'm starting out with is 03. It's kind of like a pinkish purple color, which I really like. And this is really easy. All you have to do is kind of like wiggle your brush as you're making the spots. I recommend like looking up a picture on Google and then trying to like copy it. That's kind of what I did. Not like copy it, but like, you know, copy the way the army print shapes are kind of. I didn't really like the way the ones on the pointer finger were coming out, so I do end up like taking some of them off and redoing them throughout the video because I don't know, it was just bothering me how they were looking, but I do like the way they ended up looking in the end, thank God. And some of these colors were looking a little bit similar on camera, but they're actually a lot different in person. So I'm pretty much using like all of the pinks from the kit and the white. But yeah, as you could see, I wasn't really feeling how the ones on the pointer finger look. So I'm just taking like a little bit of acetone and like erasing some of them and redoing them. Okay, so now I'm going in with the next color, and I think this one is actually number 3. They were looking so similar on camera, so I don't really know, but maybe the first one I went in with was number 1 actually, and the one that I'm doing now is number 3. But on camera they look so similar, so I'm having a hard time like telling honestly. But yeah, those are the colors I'm using anyway. It really doesn't matter what order you put them in. But yeah, now I'm going in with the second color and just making more of the camo print shapes in between. And I did want to mention, as you're doing this, you kind of want to start overlapping the spots. It will give it more of that camo print look. I'm not really doing that right now, but I will start to do that when I go in with like some of the other colors. But yeah, you want to like overlap them. It just gives it more of like a camo print look. And now I'm going in with shade number 2. This is more of like a really like hot pink shade. And as you can see, I'm starting to overlap the spots now, which is going to give them more of a like army type of look, like a real camouflage type of look. And you want to keep wiggling your brush. You don't want the spots to be too perfect, because then it will look too planned and it won't really give that army print design. And you want to be like kind of random with it. Don't like overthink it, because I was kind of doing that, and then I was like obsessing over the way they looked and I was getting a little frustrated. It's really not that serious. It's just so easy. Just don't like think about it too much, because if you think about it too much, then you start thinking about like the placement and this and that, and you shouldn't have to do that with army. It's just like totally random, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and after this I'm gonna be going in with white. I feel like you should always add in white or black or something, because for some reason that will give it more of that like army print look. So now I'm going in with number 9, which is the white, like I said, and I feel like this color really brought out like the camouflage design. I don't know, something about adding white or black, like I said, really like brings it out. And this white from this set is super pigmented and it's really like bright white. I'm like really impressed with these liners. They're very good quality, definitely for the price. And I really like how you get like so many colors. So yeah, I'm just like doing this and overlapping. Okay, so I went ahead and cured the nails in my lamp for 60 seconds and now I'm going to be applying the top color to the ombre, which is why I said I was encapsulating this design. Plus I like to encapsulate my gel polishes anyway because I feel like they last longer, like you don't get chipping and stuff like that. If you watch my channel a lot, I do this very frequently. But anyways, I'm using color Fantasy from the All Glitters Polygel kit by GLAM. And I'm using that as the top color of the ombre. So you need like a very small bead, not a lot. And these polygels are really easy to work with, so they blend like a dream. So I'm applying a small bead of that and patting it around onto the nail bed. And then when I get to where the tip and the natural nail meet, I just fade that color down into the tip. And as you can see, it's better doing it this way rather than doing the ombre and then the nail are on top after I file, because then it won't really look blended. You'll be able to see like the army print on top of the ombre rather than the ombre being faded into the army print, if that makes sense. So yeah, now I'm going to be doing a vertical ombre on this nail. I'm going in with the color Fantasy first because that's a more sheer color. So what you want to do is apply your first color on one half of the nail. You really don't need like a lot. And you're just going to pat it on that one side of the nail. And like in the middle, you want to make sure that the product is very thinly brushed, because when you go in with the next color, you don't want like a big hump there. You want the two colors to look like they're blended into each other, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just patting that in place only on one half of the nail, and then I'm going to like cure that with my mini lamp. And I'm going to be going in with that same pink that I did for the tip color on the ombre on the other side. So yeah, I'm just going to cure that for 60 seconds with the little lamp. And now I'm going to apply the Sweet Cravings color on the other side. And you only need a little bit, like I said. So yeah, this is the challenging part because it's a glitter and like a solid color. So you want to pat the polygel in place, obviously on the other half of the nail. But then like in the middle, you want to brush that more pigmented color, like the solid color, very thinly down the middle so that they blend together. And on the pinky, I'm just going to be building up the nails with that color Fantasy. So I'm not going to be encapsulating or anything. I'm just applying enough to build up the nails, like build my apex and everything. So it's just going to be a solid glitter nail. I pretty much just squeeze the polygel right onto the nail, and like the rounded end, I keep it by the cuticle and kind of use that part to build my apex. I don't really brush that down. And the rest of the polygel, I just pat side to side all the way down the nail. And I also use my brush to smooth the nail out before I cure. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start painting the little Bape monster. To do this, I'm going to be using the white 09, the black number 10, and the red number 4. Like I said, I was trying to use as much colors as I can. So altogether, I used like 6 colors, which is not bad. There's a total of 12, so I used like half of them. I usually start by drawing the shapes like I normally tell you guys when I like do my nail art or I'm trying to like paint something. I start by drawing the shape. So I'm drawing the shape for the eyes, which is kind of like teardrop in a way, like going in opposite directions. And then you want to outline them in black. And to get thinner lines, you want to use the tip of the brush. And for the eyes, you want to use like a little dot for the red in the middle. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing the mouth, which is kind of like an upside down U, and then you kind of make 2 little triangle shapes on the side. I mean, that's the best way I could really describe it. Then I'll be using the red to draw like the tongue first, and then going in and drawing the teeth. The teeth are just like little like sharp triangle shapes basically. So I'm just gonna be like randomly doing that. For the teeth, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is really not supposed to be like a perfect design. Like the Bape like little monster thing is kind of like sloppy anyway. So it doesn't have to be like perfectly neat. That's what makes it look like Bape, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm drawing the outline for the mouth, and then I'm gonna cure that. Then I'm gonna draw the tongue first. You wanna draw the tongue first because you don't wanna go in with the teeth, because then if you go in with the red, it will cover up the teeth. For the teeth, you just want to use like the tip of your brush and make like kind of little triangle shapes, or kind of like, you know, just like little marks, and kind of just make them a little bit pointed. Like I said, it doesn't really have to be perfect, just make it like look like that. And for like the really fine areas, I kind of just like wiggled my brush a little bit, because who's really going to be, you know, looking at it that close. And because I went in with the white for the teeth, I did actually go back in after I was done doing that and re-outline the mouth with the black, just to make everything look nice and neat. Then I'm gonna go ahead and encapsulate all the nails. I'm just using this clear that I have like in my drawer. So I'm just going in and squeezing out how much I need. I honestly applied entirely way too much of this clear polygel to the nails. So I do end up removing some of it. The way I had like took the seal off the polygel, it kind of squeezed out a little bit funny. So don't worry, I'll be removing it and using it for the thumbnail so it doesn't go to waste. But yeah, I just squeeze out how much I need, and I pretty much apply it like I did for the pink color on the pinky. I always start by the cuticle, keep that rounded end up by the cuticle and use that to build my apex, and then kind of just like pat the rest of the polygel side to side down the nail, making sure to use my brush to smooth out the nails before I cure it in my lamp. And always make sure you clean around the cuticle area before you cure it in your lamp as well. Okay, so moving on to the filing, I did go ahead and cleanse the tacky layer off the nails with some isopropyl alcohol. And now I'm going in with a 180 standing band, and I'm going to be debulking the nails. And I'm actually taking off a lot of the bulk off the sides of the nails because I wanted like a more of a narrow shape. And maybe because I ended up squeezing too much of the clear polygel out, they came out a little bit wider than I wanted them to. So yeah, I'm taking down the sides a lot because I don't want them to be that wide. And I'm also like going around the cuticle area and smoothing over the surface of the nail, filing the sidewalls down and going like underneath the nail. You want to make sure you get all parts of the nail.
Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone. Yeah, I don't wanna put no pressure on ya. I just wanna put a blessing on ya. Since our last undressing session, I'm not really sure if you've been checking. I'm progressing. I just heard my songs is popping out in Macedonia and even Serbia. I don't mean to burden ya. If you got a man since then, I understand. Last thing I wanna do is get you jammed, especially if he's the fan. He probably never wanna hear my shit again. And I need every single sound scan. But if you single and you down, then I'm in your town feeling for another round. I was counting down the days, been more patient than a Browns fan. Where that chip at? Probably on your shoulder, cause I forgot to hit back.
So after I debulk, I like to go in and shape up the nails. I always like to do this after I debulk because I feel like I get like a nice sharp shape. So I'm doing a long tapered square shape. Right now I'm just filing up the sides to take off the bulk on the sides a little bit more. And then I angle my file in and file the tip in to get that tapered square look. And to file the free edge, you can hold your file at an angle as well and file up and down, but always hold your hand file straight no matter what you're doing so that the shape comes out even, like on all sides. And whatever you do to one side, do to the other. So don't spend too much time filing on one side more than the other, because then your nails will come out lopsided. And this nail did come out a little bit, so I had to keep like putting it back. And after I'm done filing, I'm gonna make sure to go ahead and buff over all the nails to get out any scratches. You want to do that before you go and top coat them.
Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come to it, chill. Just say you will. Come to it, chill. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it.
Okay, so to finish everything up, I'm going to be using some Beaded's rhinestone gel to apply some bigger stones onto the nails. I'm using some bigger pink stones and some beaded stars. You want to use some rhinestone gel or like something stronger like acrylic or polygel to hold the bigger ones, because they'll just pop right off your nails if you try to use like regular nail glue or something like that. And I'm also using these little AB rhinestones with a pink backing and applying those near the cuticle area after I top coat on some of the nails. I'm just applying them into the top coat because this is a fake hand, but if you want them to last on you, if you were like recreating this set, you want to use like a Bling gel or something. But yeah, other than that, I make sure to cure the nails for 60 seconds in my lamp when I'm done. And that is pretty much it. I hope you guys like this set. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a video. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.